let's see if we can get out of.
Oh, be kind. Just be kind to yourself. Joy is the way of your heart.
Where's that light coming in from? Oh,
Oh,
there.
the face opening wider now.
Okay.
Oh. What do I? It's a full moon.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Huh?
A full moon of what month is this?
It is August.
Full moon of August.
There we go. All right, you might need to, okay, I see people are here.
All right.
Okay, Bernarda's here. All right, take off the reading room. Admit all. All right, here we go. It's a little bit, I think we need more, it's like rainy. Hi, everyone, good morning.
Hi.
Let's check the audio. There's Martha, hello. Um,
Bad hair day. Oh, God.
You've got your lion's mane roaring. Does our screen look all pixelated and weird? It
No,
does?
not really. It looks a little bit hazy. It looks like your lens is not clean.
Ah.
Hi everyone. Hi Michael.
Hi.
Hi
Okay, so
Boston, Yaelle.
it's not based on lighting, is what you're saying.
No, I think it's just your clean your camera.
Okay, it looks a little bit better. Not really. I think it has to do with it's not going to be. Okay, Don, we're going to the light. All
Ooh.
right, better. That's better.
How my
Oh,
sunglasses doing?
well, Martha, you look
They're in
fantastic.
they're
Are you
on the
wrong?
red bag. I'm at my cottage. There.
Gorgeous.
Not
No,
too much going on here. We got hummingbirds and that's about it. That's the most excitement of the day. The cross the lake swim was canceled this morning because apparently the baby loons are learning to swim or learning to fly on the route of the swim, so they canceled it. So also the water is frigging cold.
Nature, she's in Hong Kong at her cottage, and nature won. So
no, I'm in Canada, so this is Nova Scotia. So yeah, and I'm sitting in my Adirondack chair in Canada. So there you go.
excellent. So what I'm going to ask is, if you're joining us, write down rename yourself, your name, and also where you are in the world, and that will give us a nice understanding of the global Gong family who's shown up today. All right, so I've changed our name. So we're Dawn and Yaelle in Los Angeles. And here it is 9 a.m. And this is a rare occurrence here to get Dawn awake before noon. But for you, it's happening. So we are here because it is the full moon in 2 days, August 9th. And also apparently it's going to look like a full moon tomorrow and on Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow is 8/8 Lions Gate. And I don't know, is anyone out there doing something interesting for Lionsgate or for the full moon this month? You can, let's unmute one at a time and just let us know what's happening. Are you gonging? Where are you gonging? Who are you gonging for either the Lionsgate tomorrow or the full moon?
I'll go.
Inspiration.
So I will be in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. So I'm driving up tomorrow. It's about 3 hours from here. I'll be playing for fourth stage cancer clients. And I've also spent a week with Mitch Nur learning the Shang bell, the ancient bone po bell, which is the oldest sound healing instrument on record that actually has over 1,000 years of texts describing it and its benefits. This bell is so powerful. It is just incredible. So I'll be using that as well as my gong to help these people. So that'll be tomorrow night and on Saturday night.
That's fantastic. So she is working with stage 4 cancer survivors or people on their journey, and is using both the gong and the spell. Is the bell set to a specific frequency?
No, it's made out of white bronze. The best ones are made out of red bronze. They're about this big. Actually, I can show it to you. They're pretty hard to get, real ones. They the bone po are the precursors to Buddhism, and they were shamans in Tibet. They originally came from Persia, and they ended up in Tibet, and they work with the elements. They work with animal spirits, and the Buddhists, when they came, adopted many of their practices. And the Shang, Shang, this is it. It's not very big. And inside it has 3 rings representing the 3 different levels of existence. And in here you have the 8 auspicious symbols. And then underneath this, Goikul, is 5. It's supposed to be the warrior 5 symbols, or it's also the 5 Buddhas. It's also the 5 elements. And then these beads represent the Shushmana, the Ida, and the Pingula. And this is it. This is how big they are. And you fling them around and you flip them. And we did some practicums with people on a massage table, and they were all sound healers. And the benefits they had in 5 minutes were the equivalent of, let's say, an hour session of anything else, minimum an hour. And so not many people know how to use this. Mitch is the only person in the world that teaches it. And you sort of have to pass his approval process to get in the class. There was only 7 of us. And but it's usually used by Bon Po monks. It's also used by Tibetan monks, but they use it to as a counter when they're chanting. And yeah, it's a pretty special tool. It's very powerful, and I plan to use it when I do events and for group sessions. For individuals, it's stronger than a laser beam, truly. But yeah, so the combination of that and a gong is, we're on the road to heal the planet, Don. So this is my latest tool in my arsenal. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing this weekend.
I feel like that was a whole lesson in and of itself. And a bell is a bowl is a gong. A gong is a gong is a gong.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we can't hear it with this Zoom connection.
Well, let me try. Hold on. Let me just try turning audio on. Can you hear it now? Yeah. It's a very pure sound, and we did early morning practices after chanting, and then we'd be in the woods with 7 or 8 of us playing these in unison. And oh my goodness, after about 10 minutes, the sound just elevated to a completely different pitch. And people were, the people that were shamans in the group, they had incredible journeys standing up. And yeah, it was as if Mother Nature was talking to us, and animals started coming towards us. And animals, lose all fear with these. So I played to a butterfly shrub and suddenly it was full of bees. But we had a lot of birds and other animals and too many deer in the area as well. But yeah, it's a very interesting instrument. Yeah. But the other thing that I'm up to is I've finished my first lecture series on the Shift Network. So I had 7 classes on everything you need to know about gongs, but we're afraid to ask. And now the next series starts in September, and they actually want me to teach gong online. So, fingers crossed that will go well. But that's happening soon when I get back. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Martha. I'm looking in chat. I don't know why we're, your audio thing.
Sorry?
Oh, perfect. I just wanted to say first of all, it's great to see you. And I'm going to ask you for a minute. All right, great. So yeah, that's Martha Collard, who vacillates all over the world, but she really vacillates between Hong Kong and Canada, where her family is, back and forth, and then everywhere in between. And so it's fantastic to see you again. Since we didn't meet up this year in Asia, physically in person, you were so busy with the Shift Network. If you don't mind putting in the chat any links to so that those of us kind of watching now or listening to the recording can connect to those offerings, the Shift Network that you were telling us about. That would be really fantastic to share that with the group. Anyone else want to unmute themselves and share where are you gonging, who are you gonging for Lion's Gate or for the full moon, and what's happening in your neck of the woods and how you're sharing the gong. Who wants to go next?
Oh, can you hear me? This is Michael.
I go.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're doing a combined 8/8 and full moon with gongs. We do the full moon there every month, so it's a once a month full moon at a yoga studio.
Where are you in the world, Michael?
I'm in San Antonio right now. I'm in San Antonio. So that'll be in San Antonio. Saturday, we are we go to Lake Conreaux, which is north of Houston, about 4 hours from San Antonio. So hook up the trailer, load up a bunch of drums for a drum circle for full moon. And then in the evening, we're doing what we're calling a Church of Hum. HUM. So if you're familiar with Alan Watts, he talks about the idea of a church of hum, where people come together and hum, and that no doctrine, no organization, we just gather and hum. So along with Shruti Box and humming, we invite people to experience the gong bath. So it's becoming quite popular here in San Antonio and in the Houston area. So that's going to.
Michael, just let them know you're in Texas, in the United States in Texas. Not everyone necessarily knows San Antonio or Houston. So we're talking about the United States in Texas.
Okay, so Southwest. So we're in the great Southwest. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm trying to control my enthusiasm because you mentioned red bronze this morning, and I've been working with a guy named George, and I spoke to Dawn about this in April. If we could, what are some of the characteristics of a good gong? If we're going to make gongs, so we're making gongs in San Antonio, made in the USA. We haven't spoken to a lot of people about it. We're designing, we've produced 4 gongs, and this is the 4th gong. So it is bronze silicate, which is, I think, the closest thing to the original gong. It's forged, and I'll just give it a strike. I don't know if you can hear that.
Can't
No?
hear it.
Okay.
You have
All
to
right.
make a different setting on your Zoom in order for us to hear it.
Yeah. And I didn't have time to do that. So it's beautiful. It's 22.5 inches. We're going to introduce it tomorrow. And then it's going to go to California on Monday or Tuesday. And Don's going to hear it and hopefully give us some notes on it, the quality or characteristics, so that we can continue making gongs. Our goal is affordable, portable, and just good gongs. So that's our vision: affordable, portable, and as one of my students said, goodable, goodable, affordable, portable, and goodable. So that's what we're doing here in San Antonio. Next weekend is Gong Master Training here at the metal shop, which also has an art gallery. So we're going to be doing training next week, more gongs into the world. So
Thank you.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
Again, after you mute, put in the chat box any links you might have towards these lovely offerings. Church of Hum. We all know the science behind humming and how important it is for our immune systems and the nitric oxide and our parasinus activation and rebalancing. So thank you so much for that. I see we have Mary and Bernarda. Bernarda, Mary, would you like to share what's going on with you?
I would
Where you
love
are?
to share. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm a total gong virgin, and I literally like have heard a gong in real life once, and it just reverberated through my being. And then I saw that We've All Got a Gong documentary, or whatever the name of that is, totally captivated. And then that led me to Martha's website, blew me away. And that led me actually to reach out to you, and we haven't really connected yet, but I just decided to show up today. And I don't know what the future of my gong life will be, but I just know like how it's like once you experience it, it's like, oh, the bar for life just rose exponentially. So thank you for being open to me being here today. Many blessings and
Now,
gratitude.
Mary, where are you located?
Oh, I live in Vermont in the United States, and I'm in North Carolina now, just house sitting, so hanging out.
Well, fantastic. So it'd be interesting to know if you go onto the Global Gong Puja page on Facebook,
Yep.
if there's any Gong events happening in your neck of the woods for tomorrow or for this weekend.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I will look. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Good to see you and good to speak to you further in the future.
Yes,
Well,
looking.
it looks like we've got it's an American live meeting up and coming from the legacy from the motherland. Dawn's mother and my grandmother is from Croatia. We've got Bernarda in Croatia coming in from the motherland. I will just say, because Bernarda, I know every time she talks, she goes, I'm sorry, my English isn't good enough, but it's getting better every single time. We're very excited to be heading at the end of August, September 2nd, actually.
21 September.
That's correct. So we are headed to East Europe. Dawn will be turning 91 on September 8th, which is also the birthday of Shivananda. And then, and we'll be building a Starhenge Peace Garden in the forest in Bulgaria with Pavlina. And then after that, we are heading to the motherland, Croatia. And we will be gonging for the second annual Global Gong it's like all these different words are coming in together. We've got the United Nations Day of Peace on September 21st, and there's the second annual Global Gong Puja Day on that Saturday. So we are excited to be participating with the Global Gong family from the motherland, from Croatia with Bernarda, where we'll be doing a 3-day masterclass. Bernarda, I kind of gave the throw into next month, but what are you up to tomorrow and Saturday for this full moon?
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I expect you in Croatia, capital of Croatia, and this month we will celebrate Don's birthday 3 times, you know. Tomorrow I will go in my favorite park and make a public concert with my Shruti and Gong Moon. And who knows, maybe it will be Gong Bath for people if they want. So I prepare a little concert and maybe Gong Bath for tomorrow. Thank you, Yael, for explanation, everything. I didn't mean to tell today about my English. I want congrats all of you for your excellent English. And I know Marta, I know Michael, and nice to see you again. Always happy, my Gong buddies. And Mary, would you like to come to Croatia?
You never know. I'm actually booked solid for the month of September for house sitting and pet sitting in the US, but oh, oh, I would love to. I almost went to Mexico. I was talking to those folks in Mexico about the upcoming events there. So I know that it's in my future. I just don't know when.
Well,
But
in terms of our, the way we're flowing right now, this is the final year, and we will be finishing up this year in October in Mexico, as you mentioned. All of these are on are on the online Gong Master training website on Dawn's calendar. However, just in terms of kind of percolating and seeding, Michael Enderly did mention an idea of doing a Gong Master training in Texas in February. So that's moving into 2026, which is a new cycle. We'll be starting a number one year. So in terms of keeping it on, the US state side, maybe talk to Michael about that because that could
Michael, that would be amazing.
I would like to say, so Mary, see you in
Yes.
Mexico, if not in Zagreb.
You're going to see me somewhere.
I
Yeah.
mean, Mexico is coming up, and we are going to be 5 or 6 days in Monterrey, which is very exciting. I've never been. Monterrey, Mexico. And then we are headed to Tulum. And I know the Monterrey training is already filled. However, the Tulum one has space. And I mean, if you've never been to Tulum, wow, it is.
Cool. Yeah.
So what a
So
great
just,
excuse.
when I reached out to I can't remember his name right now, but the Monterey location, he did say that they do hold spaces open for people that are like not from there.
Oh, okay.
So even though it was full, he was very welcoming and encouraging that I come, and even though I have no experience, he's like, look, don't miss this, So yeah, so there sounds like there's a little wiggle room.
Fantastic, fantastic. I will say here that I am wishing a happy birthday to all my fellow Leos. I was born 52 years ago on a full moon, and now it's very close to the full moon again this year. So happy birthday, lions and lionesses out there. And we will be doing our second full moon aqua gong here in Sherman Oaks. Last month was a lot of fun, and incorporating water into this summertime element of fire, having that juxtaposition of those two, along with the resonance of the bells, the bowls, and the gongs, and just seeing people kind of be free to do yoga on the lawn or get into the water or go in the jacuzzi, all while receiving the gong. It was a vibe, as they say here, the young people. It was a very beautiful vibe. I also incorporated last month the 7 tea ceremony that I learned in Asia, in China, with the pu'er tea. And so that was really special, incorporating this 45-minute, it was a 7 tea ceremony as the kind of Shruti intention before going into the water and going into the sound immersion. So it was a really special month last month. And so how do you beat that? I'm thinking tea time is going to be, instead of like the pu'er, which is so bitter, and then I had the people who were like, is it caffeinated? Because I can't do caffeinated at night. So I'm like, okay, this month I think I'm going to go with something like a holy basil or an adaptogenic, so that everyone's happy, with some rose petals or lavender, etc. So kind of incorporating other senses into the sound bath is what I'm enjoying playing with. So it's the aromatherapy, it's the introduction of the water element, it's the introduction of the tea, what it smells like, what it tastes like. It's kind of hitting all those senses is something that I'm playing with, which I'm really enjoying. And I don't know, Don, am I going to get you in the pool this month?
I don't think, maybe.
So, Don, any thoughts in terms of, I'm so excited that Martha gave us a little intro lesson teaser into this new gong, this new bell, and excited to learn more about that. And I wonder, like you said, so you're incorporating it into your gong baths, and then will you be teaching that in your Gong Master trainings, incorporating this new instrument?
Let's hear it.
Martha, Don wants to hear your gong bell gong.
There. I'm sitting in glaring sunlight, so I can barely see the screen. But no, I mean, this is a really sacred tool, and in order for Mitch to learn how to use it, he had to undergo the preliminaries for becoming a Buddhist monk. So you're talking 100,000 repetitions of 3 mantras. That's the first step. Then 100,000 protestations. So this is full front, arms out, coming back up, stand, down, out, 100,000 times. And so, the tool itself is, he's been studying it for over 30 years. And for him to be able to share it, he had to get special permission from his Lama. So right now, no, I don't have the skill set or the permission to share it, other than to speak about it and to play it. And even then, to play it, he's very cagey about, being very selective of who you share it with, because it is so friggin' powerful. So, my goal is to get 9,000 gong players playing for humanity. And, maybe this will magnify it significantly. But I tell you, this little puppy is so powerful. And as I said, when you get a group together, wow. But they are hard to find. And if you go out, you can find them on Etsy and stuff, but they don't have the carvings in the center. And the carvings, I can send you my PowerPoint, Don. And but I made a PowerPoint of everything, okay? But you can see the carvings, and the cheap ones, the clanger is way down here and doesn't hit properly. You don't have the carvings. This is too small or too big. And so we spent a whole afternoon sort of assembling our own, because they came disassembled in a big box, and we got to customize them. So he didn't have all the Buddhist colors, but you have to have blue. Blue represents the sky, which is very important to them, infinity. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge amount of symbolism. And as you can see, it's quite a flat bell. They have a bigger one. So this is used by shamans and diviners. And the bigger one that sort of sounds like a cowbell is used by the monks mainly for getting people's attention and for keeping time. And it's called a dragon. And so sometimes you'll see people, the monks, with this in one hand, and then they have the drum, you know, the Tibetan drum that goes back and forth, dunk, 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 in the other hand, and they use them in sacred ceremonies. So for the time being, it's just personal use at sunset, sending energy to the glorious sunsets here, and walking on the beach with it, and just sending, you know, the positive energy. But Dawn, I can see you're really interested in this, but it's different. Mitch has only been teaching it for a couple years, and I don't think he's shared it with more than 50 people, because quite often when he teaches the class, he has repeat students, and he only takes 7 or 8 in each class. But yeah. But I'll send you my PowerPoint, Dawn, and you can have a look at it. But it explains everything, and the tassels and all the colors as well of the beads and things. But it's when I'm going to be doing a workshop in Nepal in December. I've been asked to lead a retreat, so it's over Christmas and the New Year, and we'll be doing the 12. It's sort of the 12 days of Epiphany, and we'll be building a labyrinth, and we'll be using this. And there's a very large bone temple there, and also one near Kathmandu. So I'll try to get another one, because playing 2 together is very, very powerful. But the cheapy ones on Etsy, don't go there. You might find them in an antique store if you're looking. But then you probably still have to adjust the clangor and things, yeah? But yeah. What's that? Your prayer wheel.
All right. I'm happy to meet Martha, so we can I love this.
Oh, Martha, okay.
I hold on one second, Bernarda. So this Don had said, what are we going to be talking about? And I said it's going to be like every other question bowl / gong meetup. We'll see where it takes us. And I thank Martha, because I feel like this August, you show me your bell, I'll show you mine. What is this spell?
Oh, it's funny. It's a chalice, isn't it? Yes. And of course, you can play it by rimming it, or you can also hit it with a hard or soft mallet. And you do your. What are you doing?
Well, so first of all, we can see that this is tuned to C. Is that a C sharp? What is that, Don?
What is that?
What is that tuning?
C plus.
C plus, okay. And this came out of the New York storage unit. These are some beautiful peace bells created in the 80s. There's some photos and videos. I'm still trying to figure out who the person is. So hopefully he'll come out of the woodwork, because we couldn't get a name. But these were made up in the Northeast. And you said we can rim it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to hear it. Let me know if we hear it. And then
Om Mani Padme Om Mani
I don't know, does Zoom, can you hear it? Oh, you can, good.
Yeah, I can hear it.
So, and then also if you're into weightlifting and building your, just kidding, kind of. So this is one beautiful version, and you've actually seen some of these, like the crystal ones have been made recently. I've seen people with the crystal version of this. Um, this here is a, Don, what is this lovely bell? And how would you play it? Would you go interior, exterior?
Well, you play it.
So this is a recycled implement of war. It looks like some kind of casing of
Shell.
a shell,
Yeah.
a shell or a casing. And these were also created in the 80s, and I found a set of them in the storage unit. And then again, the name of the guy who created them, I'm going to find out. But
Joe
these,
Batista?
well, these were created by Joe. So these look very,
Yeah, so that's a Burmese bell, yeah?
well, it's
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And if they had the bottom, you've got the bottom hooks coming up. Well, the bigger ones have the, you see when you go up the side, you've got nipples or dimps, yeah. So if it was a bigger bell, each of those little nipples would have a little hook, and it would be a different octave of the same fundamental. This one's too small, but yeah, if you hit that one, yeah, that, if it was a bigger bell, that little notch would be the next octave up for that fundamental.
well, first of all, create are right? Let me move yourself, Martha.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Mute yourself so that I don't have to use verb. All right, so these were created by Job in the 80s using recycled implements of war. He's also, Don and him did a lot of trainings in the 80s together. And he had these tuned, and he would just have them on a big line. You can see it on the YouTube channel, and he'd be playing them with Don. So these are Burmese bells. However, these were made in the US in the 80s using custom made. He would not do mass production, and they're using recycled implements of war. And then Martha brought up a good point.
And can I just say that the interesting part of those, because I've seen them firsthand, and I've carried that huge big one that you have there in your living room, and when I first saw them, because I experienced them as our morning wake up bell, that the monks would go through the hallway, just banging the bell, and that was like our 4:30 wake up call. And so I just thought it was a flat piece of brass. And the one that Yaelle was holding, and the ones that I've seen that have it's a heart that's actually stamped into those the peace bells, I guess, for lack of my understanding, that's what they're called. There's a heart like imprinted when they were making those, and the dimensions on the wings, on the outside part, it's thicker, and as it comes to the center, it's thinner. So there's a lot of design. Oh my gosh, did you really carry that? Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of, it's not just a flat piece of metal. There's a lot of design qualities, and I can see how, as you were explaining, Martha, that I didn't realize about the octaves on each of those, as you said, nipples. I didn't realize that. So there's a bigger one, and that one probably weighs 80 pounds. I've carried that one.
So Michael, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself so that we can share. So this is the one I just showed you, and it's got heft to it. And he was talking about the beautiful heart imprint of that kind of is Job's signature. I don't know if you can see it right there. But this is the mother. So let me just put it up so you can see the difference in size. This is I'm out of breath actually from carrying that up. So, and this one has this beautiful sound that occurs when it spins. And I don't know if you can hear it in the Zoom, there's this incredible like overtone that's happening and this vortex that occurs. But Martha was talking about the different areas here having different octaves. So Martha, how would you play this?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't hit it with this.
Okay.
Why would I not hit it with this?
You would prefer a mallet?
Yeah, because you run for rimming. So the different grips are this way here. Is that right? And then turn it this way, back and forth, like so. And then you turn it again, go this way, and turn to here, go this way, back and forth, and then this way, the other way. So this grip is the usual grip for it. And Om Mani Padme Now, what do you do with that sound? Well, you have the power to run it up and down your own body. So if you go, that allows you to control it so that you can vibrate and send the vibration wherever you want, whether it's a healing at a distance or it's in a local healing session that you're doing. So, and remember, if you're going to hit it, might be a good idea to hit it with the handle and not hit it with this, because this is for rimming.
All right, very good pointers. And then I brought you some choices. So out of some of these choices, what would be your mallet of choice?
Mallet of choice.
So these are super soft. These are nice hard wovens. Yeah. This is a nice hard woven.
Well, these of course are very good for flamming. Flam is when you just hit one and then the other is called a flam.
Show it like you're hitting them both together. Here, you hold these.
Yeah.
And then flam away.
So.
But what about a hammer like this?
That's a wooden hammer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And then the other ones. Well, this is another one of these, a different size.
It's a little bit harder too.
Yeah.
This doesn't do much. It's too soft.
Well, where do they get these from? This one, does everybody have one of these?
I think you're the only one who has this. Job unfortunately passed away.
Uh-huh.
I picked up one in Kathmandu, Nepal. They had it hanging on a wall, and I knew what it was, and it was like an hourly employee, and I was like, oh, that's a nice decoration. What does it represent? And she didn't know what it was about, and I said, I'll give you $5 for it. And she said 20. And I said 10. There's, what is it? I don't know what it is. It could be, voodoo. And I got it for $10. And It's the tool that we use it's like the crystal pyramid. It's the wah wah. It's the sound of the wah wah. It's winding it up, striking it once, and then pulling those strings apart to just give you your wah wah effect. It's really effective. I encourage folks to if you see one, pretend like you don't know what it is, and then you get a good price.
All right. Haggling 101, lesson by Michael Enderle. Thank you. So we're going to log off. I'm very excited. My kids returned from 5 weeks of summer camp yesterday, so I'm excited to enjoy a little bit of summer left before the school season starts again. And so we're gonna, any last words?
Well, just the idea is that we didn't do it, but when you hit the gong or a bowl or a bell, it's axiomatic that you also repeat it with your voice. Now, I don't think we did that, did we?
No.
No. So we didn't show you the most important thing, which is that if I hit the bell, okay. All right. The secret is if you can hit it exactly in the center of that sound, then the sound you can direct it where you look, where you want, then that sound will follow where you look. So this is why we use this sound while we're healing. So, and usually it's from the palm of the hand. So the hands become the directors of the sonal ray of the sound coming from the bowl, the bell, or the gong.
Okay, so we just threw that at you, Mary, who said she's our gong virgin. When you get a gong, just start with one hand. Use one hand against the face of the gong to receive into that ninth chakra, the resonance. And you can also, if someone else is playing, feel free to go up and just put your hands close to the gong to receive the prana or the chi of the gong. And then with that gong, you can put it over areas of your body and direct the energy into those areas. Or in what Dawn is talking about is when you play for others, using your hand to direct the intention and frequency to various portions of the room and to the people as well. So a little Gong 101. Using the voice. I've actually been using that a lot in the clinic with my acupuncture clients because everyone's having a lot of anxiety right now. Wonder why? So I've been actually assigning them levels 101, how to breathe, level 2, incorporating some sound. And one of the exercises we do in the basic GMT when we're talking about sound and overtoning and using the voice and freeing the bird from the cage, the fifth chakra, is having the students or participants take their name, get rid of the consonants, focus on the vowels of their name, and that becomes their personal seed mantra. So like my name is Yaelle, so it's A-E. So my own seed would be I. So playing with that and just having that kind of be level 1 in terms of having people begin to explore using their voice instead of swallowing their thoughts, their anxieties, their fears, their emotions. Using the tools that we know from yoga, the pranayama, with the sound.
Like, for instance, may all beings in all the worlds find happiness is a translation of it. So you do is you can do it both in the original Sanskrit, you can do it in the Gurmukhi if you like, and you can also do it in English or any other language. The main thing are the vowel sounds. So if you're going to make a sound with the hit the bell, you first of all have got to get together with it. And then you begin to imitate the sound with your this chakra right here. Number chakra is the number what?
5.
Number 5.
Like the 5 elements,
Yeah.
the 5th chakra.
Uh, and then, of course, the to say it in Sanskrit is fine. Say it in your native tongue is fine too.
A lot of people are asking about mantras, and just like Martha was describing with Buddhism, having the traditional legacy and the traditional purpose and use of a sacred object or a sacred tone or a sacred mantra. The Gong Masters, or in Don's world, it's not exclusive, it's inclusive use of mantra can be in a way that is not just repeating over and over the same Sanskrit sort of kirtan trancy version of mantra. Mantra is also doing it in 3 different ways, using the 3 different voices to create new neuronal synapses in the brain and sort of to elevate the Gong Masters own consciousness through this practice.
It's a low battery.
I know, I keep looking at that going, is the
Why don't
Zoom
you
gonna
plug
end
it
before
in?
I get my battery? Because your charger and my charger are different.
So is
this
it
is,
charged in?
no, but I can go get it. You wanna, if, Mary, we're throwing all these new concepts, and for the rest of our Gong Masters on this
Gonna
call,
go to sleep shortly, it says here.
gonna go to sleep shortly. Okay, I'll go get the charger. We only have 7 more minutes to
right.
this Zoom.
Soaking it up, you guys. I'm soaking it up. Thank you.
It up. So all of this is just review, and I know that Martha and Bernarda and Michael, you guys are all teaching this in your various parts of the world. Do you have anything to add to the sort of relevancy of using your voice and using tone while you're playing the gong, either in your gong bass or for your students in terms of their evolution as gong players?
Well, just to remember that once you get the core of the tone, that is your handle, and you can direct it wherever your attention is, and the sound will go to that location. So as long as you remember that as you do it, then you're on the right track. Let's do something. If I do, now as soon as I get that, I can the diphthong, the 2 vowels together, then gives me a handle that I can project that at a distance, or we call it healing at a distance, where you might have pictures on the wall or on your altar, and then you simply direct that sound to the person. Now the sound travels immediately there. So
We have enough battery to take us to infinity. That was a little deliberate pun for your Lionsgate people. All right.
What is your favorite Shruti song? Ah, a Shruti song. Well, mine, of course, want to be kind to your soul and show the way of your heart. For the gateway is opening wider now, and the path is more easy to walk, and the eye of the needle grows bigger than big. Just let the truth draw you into its star. So this is kind of a common one people do. So, and then afterwards, then you do the overtoning. And the overtoning is simply to release the overtones so that you can direct them when you're in the healing session, wherever you direct with your ninth chakra, your palms of your hands.
Life is a Shruti book, out of print, hopefully printing up edition 2 soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so interesting that I would open up to Shruti 143, be kind to your soul, show it the way of your heart.
Uh-huh.
And then just in terms of the full moon and tomorrow and the next day, Shruti 144, a number 9 Shruti, the blessing. Earth who gave us this food, sun who made it ripe and good, sun above and earth below, our loving thanks to you we show. Blessings on our meal, our family, and our friends. Anonymous, which here is apropos because when we get off the Zoom, we're going to go have breakfast. Bernarda, I think for you, you're getting ready for evening supper or snack. So what are your favorite Shrutis?
Mm-hmm.
Martha, Michael, Bernarda, I know you guys have one.
My first one maybe in English. Blessed am I, blessed am I, freedom am I, freedom, freedom, freedom am I. I am the infinite in my soul. I can find no beginning and no end. All is myself. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
Shruti song without Shruti.
fantastic.
Thank
now
you.
it's very nice after you do the in different languages that you speak it in, then you have to do the actual tone itself. So if I say, blessed am I, freedom am I, I'm the infinite in my soul, I can find no beginning and no end, all is myself. At the end of that, that's when you do the so that's when you do your overtoning. And that sound ray now is directed according to where your mind focuses, whether it's hands on or hands off the person. So controlling that sound so that you can direct it. It goes exactly where you think.
So we're ending our hour.
Okay.
We're excited to have met up with you in person, energetic virtually, and we'll also put this out for those who couldn't join us today. So let's end as we love to. Who wants to lead us in the universal greeting? Bernarda, go ahead, darling.
I offer you peace.
I offer you
peace.
peace.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you
friendship.
friendship.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I hear your needs.
Needs.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
All wisdom flow from the higher source.
All wisdom flows from the highest source.
I honor that source in you.
I honor that source in you.
You are my own true self.
You're my own true self.
I am another yourself.
Yourself.
Let us work together.
Let's work together.
Namaste.
Namaste.
All right.
I think we were missing, there was a little bit of a jumping back and forth. However, it's always perfect. If we were gonna do it again, what would be the order?
I will repeat later. Thank you.
I offer you peace. I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you love.
I offer you.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
All wisdom flows from the highest source.
All wisdom flows from the highest source.
I honor that source in you.
Out of that source in you.
Let us work
Let
together.
us work together.
For you are my own true self.
I am another yourself. We are one.
We are one.
So be it.
So be it.
Namaste.
Namaste.
And then as Philippe has added on, so much love, so
Amen.
much love. Amen. Aho. All right, good to see you. We'll see you next month. We'll be probably logging in from Croatia or Bulgaria, somewhere in the Atlantic.
Can you just give us advance notice, Yaelle?
Of the next Zoom?
Yeah, because I only got like 6 hours notice. So if we could have a schedule, that would be awesome. So I could put it in my diary.
Got it.
You know, that would be helpful. Don't want to miss it. Okay.
I honor the Gongmasters of system. Still working on self. You're right. No, actually, no. The setting up.
I'm sorry. I see you double when Marta and Yael have a mic in same time.
All right, so let's all unmute and end with a nice overtone of your name. Ready? So be crazy. Here we go. Inhale deep. Smile.